Hi, if you're new, my name's Cass. I'm the yarn vendor behind bshadowcreations, and today I'm going to be crocheting something I've seen from the show The Walking Dead. So I've been watching The Walking Dead. I've been rewatching The Walking Dead again, but this time I decided that I was going to crochet things that I noticed in the show. And because I had already restarted it at season 3, going right into season 4, first thing I noticed was Judith's blanket in season 4, episode 14. She's lying on the grass and she's underneath this granny square blanket. So I think I have all the colors except for like the pale gold. And I've got to make 80 squares, 20 of each color. So I have these so far, and they are solid granny squares, which is pretty cool. I don't make these often. I like it. So pretty much it. I was feeling a little like, I don't know, not writer's block, maybe writer's block, or overwhelmed with, I was trying to figure out a really good Wendigo pattern, and I didn't want it to be too detailed because I don't think I'm very good at detailed work yet, but I didn't want it to lack details. I saw some that were like, I don't know what this is just a white-faced plushie. I don't want it to be too plain. So I was having a hard time with that, and then I decided maybe I'll switch it to Plague Doctor and do that. That wouldn't be too bad because I've got a good base and I can go based off of that. I took a little break from that and decided that maybe I'll work on this blanket, and maybe this will give me motivation to actually finish a blanket, because I've only actually ever finished maybe 3 blankets. And then I have a bunch of unfinished blankets because I don't know what it is, just the repetitiveness of the blanket. Like like I get to a certain row, it's usually about a quarter of the way, I just can't. Like, I just want to do something different. So maybe I need to do like a sampler blanket where the pattern changes, like the stitch changes every 4th row or something like that, because then it'll be something different. I don't know. Maybe I should try that. But we're gonna see if I can get this blanket done. This is also pretty repetitive. However, for some reason, I don't really mind making granny squares. Like, I have a bunch of granny squares. I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with them. I don't mind the granny squares too much. They're solid, so I don't know if I said that already, but I don't make these often. So that's neat. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Halloween is almost here. That means spooky season is almost over, and everybody has already been gearing up for Christmas, which I'm gonna sound like a grouch, but I'm not too fond of Christmas. I don't know if it's just because I've worked a lot of retail and the music drives me nuts, because it's just the same songs over and over. I'm so sick of hearing Mariah Carey, and Ariana's not much better. I like Wham. I like that one. But it's just over and over and over, hearing the same exact songs. Like, I'm dreading it. Walking into any store and they're playing the same soundtrack. They're sharing the same freaking soundtrack. Like, it's not good. And it makes me want to stay home. So maybe I'll save some money. That's a positive, right? I wouldn't want to leave the house and hear that all the time everywhere I go. So I'll stay home, and that means I won't spend any money. Hopefully. Delete shopping apps, and then for sure. 8 green, 7 tan, 2 yellow, and 5 teals done. So I am making progress, but I have to pause again because I need to go make lunch. Okay, I've got to go make lunch, so I've got to put this on pause again. Hopefully you can finish some more up. Hello, it's the next day. I'm sure you can tell that, but I thought I would be able to make 5 more squares, or 4 more squares out of this yellow, and I don't even think this is enough for 1 full square. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need 3 more squares, I had to go to Hobby Lobby. And then this is all I have left for the mint color I was using. And I only have 5 squares. So this would probably make like 3 more, but it's not going to make 5 more, which is what I need. So I took a square of the yellow and a square of this teal or mint color, whatever this is. It's a Hobby Lobby. Now this, I'm pretty sure is Karen, and I got it from Joanne. So I just took it and color matched as best as I could. And yeah, I think it's pretty close, but if it doesn't come out right, then I'm just gonna make 5 extra ones with this one and figure out what I'm gonna do with this. I don't know. So, because I do feel like this is more, is this right? This is not right. Oh, it is right. Okay. I feel like this is more on, I don't know, they're pretty much the same. So yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it too much. So I got that, and you guys, I'm so proud of myself because I literally went in for 2 colors, and that is all I got. I got some Starburst, but that was at the checkout line. I only got 2 skeins of yarn, and it was exactly what I went in for. I've been doing really good with not buying yarn that I don't need, or doing a lot of yarn shopping. I've been kind of like stash busting, I guess is what you call that. Just using what I have to make things. So like this hat, I already had this color, I already had this yarn, so I made this hat. My daughter's hat, I already had that yarn. And so yeah, just using kind of what I had, and I decided to make this blanket based off of if I had the colors or not, which I did. And I was contemplating getting a different yellow, but I had found this one, so I was like, you know what, this is fine. I thought I would have enough, and I did it. And if I knew that, then maybe I would have. I think this yellow's good. All I have done are the green and this tan, sand, whatever color this is. What color is this? It doesn't even have a wrapper on. It's Big Twist. What color is this? Beige? Light beige? This is all I have done. And then I'm halfway there. And then I get to sew everything together, and I did find a second skein because I ran out of that first little one I was using of this color. And I knew I had another one somewhere, which I found it. So I'll be able to stitch all of the squares together with this color. And it looks like they did like a surface, I forget what it's called, where you just slip stitch them together and it leaves like a thing. I don't know what it's called. You'll see what I'm talking about. And I don't have a big enough block for all of this. What do? Do I stitch them all together and then like tack it on my wall and block it all together? Can you do that? I'm gonna try to do that because it's not like I'm selling this blanket. I'm gonna keep this blanket. So if that works, then we'll find out. Also, my best friend Pearl, she's always sending me things like pretty useful things too. And she sent me this app. Gosh, what's it called? Left Behind, or I forget what it's called. I'll have to insert the icon and the name because it's on my phone and I'm using my phone. So anywho, the app is for like no waste for restaurants and stuff. So if, let's say, Starbucks is gonna be like, they have a lot of danishes left over and they don't want it to go to waste, they will discount the danishes, and you can go on the app and purchase them for a discounted price, and then you can get the danishes. It was really cool. So like, I think she did one from Coffee Bean with like their peach tea, and it's really, really yummy. But there is a local small business, it's a bakery downtown, and they are so good. It's called Bad Bakery. So like, that's an acronym for something. It's an acronym for something. It's delicious. I went for like weeks because they have the most delicious like blueberry fritters. Blueberry, and I always, you see apple fritters, but oh my gosh, these blueberry fritters were so good. It's a good way to try new things and help business out and also get a discount. Yeah, there's 6 of us, so we spend a lot of money on food. And the kids love that bakery, so I was like, wow. So I bought it, of course. And pickup time is between 3:30 and 4, which is when they close, and they're not open on Tuesdays, so that makes sense why they have like a surprise bag so that nothing goes to waste, because they're not going to reuse it. They're going to, end up tossing it. And I'm so excited to see what I get. I can't wait. It's only like 11:30 right now. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through a list of movies and shows that I like and see if they have crochet items in there, and then plan out the projects I want to recreate. Okay, so here's the first square, and here's the second. Oh my gosh, why is it so much smaller? Oh no, it's the same. Whew, I was freaking out just now. I just didn't stretch it. Okay. Oh, are they different? They're... No! They're different! Okay. Okay, it's fine. It's fine because you see, I actually really like this second color better. I was just halfway done, so there's that, but it's okay. I'll just do something else with these. Like, I can't believe this. No. What if I do 5? Wait, is this 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so what if I do 5, because it's like in the middle and at the end, you won't be able to tell. So if I do 5 and 5, then you can't tell. Okay, I am halfway there. Okay, I am on my way to Bad Bakery to pick up my surprise bag from Too Good to Waste, Too Good to Go. I think that's what it's called. Too Good to Go. Here we are, build a donut. Look at all the goodies. This is so freaking awesome. Okay, I'm back. There was so much stuff included in there. I got 2 boxes. I'm gonna be using that app a lot more, but let me show you what I have done with the blanket so far. This is a pain, but I have them all, I think this is called like whip stitched. I have it all whip stitched together, going both ways. I did not block my squares beforehand because I was getting a little impatient. I'm gonna block it after, and hopefully it's okay. I don't know, we'll see. Now I'm just gonna add a border on here. I'm gonna weave in the ends, maybe, I don't know. But I'm hoping that I have enough of this color for a border because I don't have any more of this yarn, and I wanna say it's enough, but you never know. You always think it is, and then turns out not really. Didn't end up doing as many squares as I was originally planning because, yeah, I was gonna run out of yarn. Also, who the heck was crocheting? Because you can't like machine make crochet, and I don't see that many crochet blankets in the stores, so who the heck was crocheting? Couldn't be, in a zombie apocalypse. I'd be making everybody sweaters and socks all the time. I'd be valuable, right? I would be valuable in an apocalypse. You need blankets, you need socks, you need hats. Okay, winter's coming and you gotta stay warm. And I have value. Okay, I think that's good. I can't tell. Okay, yeah, we're getting somewhere. Okay. I said I was coming in here to check on the baby because he fell asleep before I went to the bakery. And I was like, I'm gonna go check on the baby. And I knew damn well that I was gonna come up here and finish this blanket while he was sleeping. I'm sure my husband has put it together by now too. Corner. It really does feel like that is the corner. I'm gonna make it the corner. Oh my gosh. Definitely gonna have to steam it or something. Yeah, that lady said this week, and then the week is over. Or does she mean this coming week? I gotta check my messages. But anyway, sorry, my mind wandered for a second. You know, I feel like I could go one more row around. I'm not gonna. I don't want to run out. And then frog a whole second row. That would be crazy. I'd be so mad. Okay. All the ends. Let's see. If I can just hide these for a minute. Don't look at the back. Look at the front. Oh my goodness. It looks great. Alright. It looks great. That. And very quickly because my lighting is gone, but I decided to make a couple of modifications. First I was going to do 8 by 12 squares, but then I realized that might have been too big. I think it's 8 by 10. Then I ran out of the mint, so I was like, okay, 8 by 8. And I still might be able to add 3 more squares each, but if not, I'm going to leave it 8 by 5. This is what I got. Looks pretty good, right? I did not block it yet, but I like it. Cute. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see anything else, drop it in the comments below, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.